Knowing that I'm originally from South Sudan, it's tough, you know, because even in 2015, we still struggle to have our hair done, to have our makeup done, and we're the darkest people in the world, South Sudanese people and Senegalese people. So when you are in that situation, it really makes you feel, I mean, you feel undervalued because when you go to work, people are frightened, you know what I mean?
Two different colors, yes? Yeah.
Maybe three.
Maybe
My friends
three?
told me
All right.
last night that,
Yeah.
that I look yellow.
Oh,
And
no.
that I needed a 10. I was like,
No, you're warm almond on here. Now I got to find the color. I asked her if she was two colors. She says maybe three. Oprah is also three.
oh.
Yeah. Ever since I started as a makeup artist, I struggled as a young makeup artist trying to find cosmetics that work for women of color. It did not exist. So when I started my own range, it was like a perfect segue to figure out I want every single woman that comes to my counter to find a foundation that matches her skin. So I have, from the day I launched my foundation, there was 10 colors and 4 of them were for women of color. Now we have 22 to 24 colors, and you could see the range. You know, we have actually more colors for women of color than for white women. I have always taught my artists to be kind, but to be in the moment, because you never know what someone's gonna need when they sit down, so you have to be prepared. And most of my artists have been highly trained by me and have worked with me for a long time. So, and one of the best things about me doing shows, I get to see their makeup and make adjustments. Well, I think that most of the companies are aware of the needs of women of color. So I think it's great that everyone is paying attention, and right now everyone's talking about it. But I started my line almost 24 years ago, and I never, ever, ever didn't think about women with all different skin colors.
No, I don't think that backstage at fashion shows there's someone for every single model of every single color, ethnicity, hairstyle, hair texture, skin color, to feel confident that she's going to be represented and taken care of. And so I tell models, come prepared. You know, when there's a picture of you and your hair is looking whack in that photo, people are gonna talk about you. They're not gonna say, oh, there was bad hair and makeup. So the end product is you. And yes, complain, get the word out, spread the word, but while you're spreading the word, make sure that you're looking right and tight and take it into your own hands. I've got sent home many times. I got sent home from a Gap ad because they didn't like my hair, but it was that the hairdresser wasn't trained in how to do my hair. The very first time I shot for Victoria's Secret, I got sent home because my hair was a hot mess, and I didn't work for them for a whole year. And I remember calling my agent and saying it wasn't my fault that my hair looked bad. This person was just not trained. So I told my agent, please call them back and just give me another chance. And then the night before, I did get the job. The night before, I had my hairdresser, Oscar James, come to my house, and he washed my hair, he straightened my hair, we wrapped it up in a scarf. So when I arrived on the Victoria's Secret set, I took that scarf down and said, whoosh. And then that was a 10-year contract with them.
Well, you know, I think that when you have the opportunity to work in Fashion Week, you have to have a certain level of expertise. And that certain level of expertise is about texture. New York fashion still has a way to go. I think that you will have designers that will use diverse models, and you have designers that won't. It's a different time now. I think there are still some struggling designers who don't understand that diversity is the key. Working backstage at Fashion Week is really a great opportunity to take your skills to the next level, because what you're doing is you're actually working with all these different models and all these different hair textures, and being able to create what you and the designer together have come up with, what her girl is for the season, I think is really a lot of fun. And working with the designer and coming up with that specific look, it has to adapt to every single girl, regardless of her ethnicity, what kind of hair texture she has. It's my job to be able to translate it on every girl that sits in the chair. So for me, it's always about being able to make the girl sitting in the chair the most comfortable, because she's going to be photographed and it's going to go viral in a matter of minutes.
It takes the responsibility of the team to say we're going to have models of color, and we need to make sure we have people who are trained to do this. If you look and see what's on that runway now, it's a great different thing than what it was. And we need to start praising that as we keep punching. Don't act like it isn't existing. Don't act like it hasn't been any headway. Don't act like those who didn't do are not doing now. I even want to give them credit. I think this is a systemic problem, internationally, nationally, in the world generally. It's something that we would like in our fashion industry to be a little bit more cool about and smarter about, but we're still talking to them, the privileged, those who basically don't see what's the problem. Who I'm trying to help are white people. That's the person I'm trying to educate. I'm not trying to educate the person of color, because they get it. That's the thing you have to do. It's the privileged person who sometimes thinks, why do you want to mention? It's always about race. Why do we have to talk about that all the time? Because it's a problem. It's not balanced. And if you don't see that, you think it's not a problem because you don't want to be bothered with it. It seems to interrupt your day. But someone else is suffering behind it.